Hello, everybody, and welcome here to the Sports Talk Number Channel. Here, welcome to Talking Packers with Steve. Hope you all having a good day so far today. I was going well, and here tonight, you're going to be talking about the 2018 NFL Draft, talking about the rumors and all the other news buzz going around the draft, especially the last 24 hours, 48 hours that's up until the draft. It's that draft year. There's always rumors and thoughts and wondering where these college athletes will be going, which team is this team thinks this team, or as reported with the Browns, some quarterbacks and some players now in the running to be picked to the number one spot, this and that, whether it's red herrings or actual legit news and actual things that these organizations are believing. It's certainly going to be interesting to see how it all plays out starting on Thursday night, the NFL draft. So certainly I'm looking forward to it. And here I'm going to be giving my prediction for the first round, my mock draft for the first round of the NFL Draft 2018 edition, going to go from the Cleveland Browns all the way to the Philadelphia Eagles. And in the first round, for me, I don't propose any trades or otherwise. I simply go from 1 to 32. If anyone does join this hangout, on air or otherwise, get to hear their thoughts on it. But if it's going to be me, I certainly would just go through as I even did last year. I actually watched my video last year of my preview for the NFL Draft, and I had the same music as my opening there, but for the show, or for that show's episode. So here tonight, like I said, it'll be a quick episode, myself just going to the first round, or maybe a little longer if others are able to join in, whether in the comments or in the hangout part of the episode in its own right. So I think those that are watching live, those that are watching otherwise, if you're watching archive, welcome to leave a comment in the comment section below for where you think your team's going, where do you think your team's going to be, who you think your team's going to be picking up in the first round. Now, there are a couple teams that don't have first round draft picks, so if that team is yours, then let me know what the first player your team picks up. But either way, we would like to hear other people's opinions as we head into the NFL draft to hear where you guys and gals, men and women, believe that where your team's going to be going in the draft. Because really, it could go any other way, 100 different directions where the draft can be situated. And like the domino effect, it all depends on how the dang thing starts off. With the first 4 picks in the NFL draft, like those set up the night, let alone set up the draft in itself. Not just for the franchises that are in those picks, but for the picks that are made at those spots moving forward throughout that night, throughout the rounds, the whole entire NFL draft as it is on its face. Especially, maybe not especially, I mean, every year is its own unique, interesting stuff, but specifically this year, with having the Giants there at number 2, and depending on which way they go, running back, quarterback, or the offensive lineman, that will, in a domino effect kind of way, the rest of those first picks and moving on forward to the first round. So it's going to be very interesting to see how everything plays out. And heck, even the very beginning with the number 1 overall pick, it could be traded away, this and that. Browns might try to act smarter than they really are and reach on a player. I don't know how you call it, reach being number 1 overall pick, but either way, it could reach on a player and pick up somebody that we all least expected, whether it's in the quarterback class or otherwise, that they go with in the number 1 pick. Now, who those players could be, I don't know, but it certainly will be interesting, of course, to see when that is. I see there are people watching live, so welcome to like the video, and also welcome to leave a comment in the chat. That's why I do this each and every week, to interact with people that are and are able to watch along during the episode of the show. But since I don't have any team members, or other joining in at least right now, I'm just slowly making my way through with my predictions, my mock draft. Here in the first round was 2018 edition of the NFL Draft. Starting off number 1 overall, Cleveland Browns. I have them taking Sam Darnold, quarterback. New York Giants, number 2. I have them taking Bradley Chubb, defensive end. I think it's the best choice for the Giants to go with their defensive end. Then reaching out a quarterback, going to the running back. My class may not be as deep as it was in the past couple of years, but I feel with the other ones in that class, I think that in this class, I think be able to pick up another one later on, the second round. Otherwise, moving on to the draft as it pertains to the Giants, and as it pertains to quarterback class, no matter how many quarterbacks actually are gobbled up here in the first 12 picks, some other viable candidates in your second round, third round to pick up for your franchise would be the Giants, and especially if you're not looking to start this quarterback right away this season. In the case, that probably would be the Giants because you still have Eli Manning. Third, I have the New York Jets quarterback Josh Rosen. 4, Cleveland Browns, Saquon Barkley, running back. Number 5, Denver Broncos, Baker Mayfield, quarterback. Number 6, Indianapolis Colts, Trey Edmonds, linebacker. Number 7, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Number 8, Chicago Bears, taking Quentin Nelson, guard. Number 9, the 49ers, Denzel Ward, cornerback. Number 10, the Oakland Raiders, Roquan Smith, linebacker. 11, the Miami Dolphins, Derwin James, safety. 12, Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, quarterback. Hearing a lot of news, the Bills moving up, maybe moving up all the way to number 5. We'll see. And if that's the case, I still think they're going to go for Josh Allen. But here I have it just as it is, 1 through 32 as it was, and having those selections be what they be. And I have Allen falling to number 12 to Buffalo. Number 13, Washington team, Vita, defensive tackle. Number 14, my team, the Green Bay Packers. I have them selecting Marcus Davenport, defensive end. Next, number 15, Arizona Cardinals, Lamar Jackson, quarterback. 16 for the Baltimore Ravens. I have the Ravens selecting DJ Moore, wide receiver. Number 17, Los Angeles Chargers, Ari Alexander, cornerback. 18, Seattle Seahawks. I have them selecting Hayden Hurst, tight end. Number 19, Dallas Cowboys, select Calvin Ridley, wide receiver. Number 20, Detroit Lions, Mike Hughes, cornerback. Number 21, Cincinnati Bengals, Daron Payne, defensive tackle. Number 22, Buffalo Bills, James Daniels, center. 23, Los Angeles Rams, Sam Hubbard, defensive end. 24, Carolina Panthers, Taven Bryan, defensive tackle. Number 25, Tennessee Titans, Harold Landry, defensive end. 26, the Atlanta Falcons selecting Isaiah Wynn, guard. 27, New Orleans Saints and Dallas go to tight end. Number 28, the Steelers selecting Leighton Vander Esch, linebacker. And number 29, the high-flying Jacksonville Jaguars selecting Cortland Sutton, wide receiver. Which was the offseason moves Jacksonville they made which in the wide receiver division on their team. I think it would be best to behoove Jacksonville to take a wide receiver at that spot. Best wide receiver on the board at that point. I don't see them needing to move up. If they wanted to, they could. Don't have as much ammunition as other teams would, but if they feel highly on us at player, then do what you need to do. But I hope and would say it's Jacksonville brass to stay where you are and pick the highest quarterback, but highest wide receiver on your board. But then again, that's just my opinion, right? 30, Minnesota Vikings, Mike Gesicki, tight end. 31, New England Patriots, Colton Miller, offensive tackle. And last but not least, the reigning defending NFL champions, Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. I think they're selecting Mike McGlinchey, offensive tackle, there for the first round of the draft, which is pretty interesting for sure. So I'm looking forward to how everything plays out in the draft. I think things are going to be very fun, very interesting, fast-paced, especially we'll give it those first picks. I'm obviously looking forward to that and looking forward to how everything goes. Unfortunately, like I said, none of my amigos or amiga are able to join me here tonight. Fortunate to hear talk about the NFL draft and where they think players are going to go. But I don't want to keep running for no reason. I do hope that, hopefully people are able to join on and share their thoughts. Like I said, Packers have them taking a defensive end, at least in my mock draft for Green Bay. I don't see them trading up or trading down, of course. Though, even though I don't do predictions of those wise in my mock drafts with predicting trades of teams, it just seems too difficult. So I'd rather just do it the regular way, go through the list 1 through 32 and pick from there. But certainly looking forward to see how everything pans out as it pertains to the draft. But I guess that should do it. Like I said, draft preview. My predictions for 1 through 32. I'm looking forward to seeing how everything pans out starting on Thursday night with the first round, night 1, and then 2 rounds on Friday, and the rest on Saturday, all day. Oh, Gronk, you're telling us here in the chat talking about saying I know Gronk is staying with the Pats, yeah. Well, hopefully that's the case. Also hearing about Julio Jones deleting everything Falcons related on his Instagram. So I don't know if that means anything or trolling people or trolling the media because he knew with his popularity and his him as the franchise wide receiver there in Atlanta that, that we picked up the news. So maybe instead of the way he meant it that way or however it was, it is news. And I think there is, smoke there's fire in that situation that maybe Julio does want to leave Atlanta and either go somewhere else or retire. I don't know about that situation. I mean, Gronk, with the Patriots, I think he's going to stay as long as Brady stays. I still see that happening for at least a couple more seasons. So certainly I look forward to that and feel that Gronk will be here for a couple more seasons and go about from there. But beyond that, I don't know. And he has also shown his interest in WWE and other things outside of the NFL, and maybe that's where he wants to go. I mean, Ronda Rousey was on the past, and very poo-pooed that, and thought, no, she wouldn't go to WWE, especially for her being a real fighter and MMA and all this other stuff that the MMA fans or MMA media themselves said. That's still an interest dichotomy between WWE fans and MMA fans. Otherwise, but in regards to Gronk, for the NFL and for the New England Patriots, which is Jay Thomas's team, her team there, I say once for the past year, just retire the next couple of years and goes WWE or just does something else, and I feel he may want. But yeah, Bill Belichick himself, like I said, Gronk, Belichick, Brady. I see them all staying with the team until it's time for all of them to go. And they'll all be leaving, retiring at that time. But I don't know, I'm a little annoyed people don't join the show. Meaning, guess, but either way, I should want to share my thoughts of the NFL draft and go from there. Hopefully, you all have a great rest of your evening. Not too many other NFL news or notes that I did want to bring up in any way. I want to go back to my shows and watching them as well. Especially watching Last Man Standing right now, actually. I'll be back later on for my SmackDown Live review after that show ends. I'll be back here at 9 o'clock p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern at that time. to go over SmackDown Live. So hope you all take care. I mean, as always, take care.